Stop hitting snooze. Every morning, you're faced with a choice. Chase your goals or chase a few more minutes of sleep. The snooze button might offer comfort, but it steals your momentum before your day even begins. Those extra 9 minutes don't recharge you. They rob you of energy, focus, and confidence. When you wake up and immediately choose to delay action, you're practicing procrastination before your feet even hit the floor. Your brain learns that it's okay to put things off, and that habit bleeds into the rest of your day, making it harder to stay productive and motivated. Imagine what you could accomplish if you reclaimed that time. Instead of dozing, you could meditate, stretch, read, or plan your day with intention. Winning your morning means winning your day. Success isn't about talent or luck, it's about discipline. And it starts with that first decision when your alarm rings. So tomorrow, when you reach for the snooze, remember, every minute you snooze is a minute you lose. Comment "No more excuses" if you're ready to take control. You can be unrecognizable in 30 days. Here's a challenge. Start your mornings with a cold shower every day for the next month. The initial shock of cold water jolts you awake instantly, but that's only the beginning. Each day, you'll confront discomfort head-on and prove to yourself that you can handle it. This daily ritual isn't just about enduring the cold. It's about building mental toughness, grit, and resilience that carry over into every part of your life. Research shows cold exposure can boost alertness, improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and even elevate your mood. But the real transformation happens inside your mind. When you step into that cold shower, you're training yourself to do hard things on purpose, strengthening your willpower and discipline. After 30 days, you'll notice more than just increased energy and sharper focus. You'll develop a deeper trust in your ability to tackle challenges, both big and small. It's simple. One habit, every morning, no excuses. The only thing standing between you and a tougher, more disciplined version of yourself is a few seconds of discomfort. Start today. What's your one habit for the next? No is a full sentence. When you say no, you're choosing to honor your own needs rather than stretching yourself thin for others. This simple act of self-respect sends a powerful message, not just to those around you, but to yourself. It tells the world, your time, energy, and peace matter deeply. Every time you say yes out of guilt, obligation, or fear, you chip away at your self-worth and teach others to expect more than you can truly give. But when you set clear boundaries, you create space for genuine connections and mutual respect. People learn to value your yes, knowing it comes from a place of authenticity and intention. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes your relationships healthier, more honest, and more sustainable. It protects you from resentment, exhaustion, and burnout, allowing you to show up as your best self in every area of life. Remember, you're not responsible for others' feelings or opinions when you enforce your boundaries. Protect your time like your life depends on it, because it truly does. Comment if you'll say no more often. Stop rushing your life. Career paths aren't races, and there's no trophy for finishing first. Everyone's journey is different. Maybe your friend got promoted before you, or someone else switched careers with ease. That doesn't make your progress less valuable. Your timeline is valid. Every step you take builds experience and resilience unique to you. Trust your own pace and don't compare your progress to others. Focus on your growth, not their milestones. Remember, real success is about fulfillment, not speed. Save this for when you feel behind. Will this matter in 10 years? Think about the exam you just failed. Right now, it feels like the end of the world. Your heart races, your mind spins with worst-case scenarios, and you wonder if your future is ruined. But pause for a moment and imagine your life a decade from now. Will this single failed exam shape who you become, where you work, or who you love? Most likely, it won't. The truth is, the stress you feel today over grades and tests rarely impacts your happiness or success 10 years down the road. Life is full of unexpected twists, and what seems catastrophic now often fades into a distant memory. Instead of dwelling on the failure, Focus your energy on learning from the experience and growing stronger. Don't let one test define your worth or your potential. Growth comes from how you respond, not from a single result. Next time you're overwhelmed by school stress, ask yourself, will this matter in 10 years? Chances are, it won't. Save this for perspective, and remember that your journey is much bigger than any one test or moment of. Change your space, change your life. Imagine sitting down at your desk, papers scattered everywhere, tangled wires snaking across the surface, half-empty coffee cups cluttering the corners. That chaos isn't just physical, it seeps into your mind, scattering your thoughts and draining your motivation. Now picture a different scene. Your desk is clear, essentials neatly arranged, your favorite pen ready to go. Instantly, your brain relaxes. Distractions fade away. Your focus sharpens like never before. Research shows that a tidy desk can boost concentration, reduce stress, and even spark creativity. It's not about being a neat freak. It's about creating an environment where your mind can truly thrive. Start simple. Remove anything you don't use daily. Organize your tools, wipe down surfaces, and add one item that inspires you. A small plant, a meaningful photo, or an uplifting quote. Notice how your energy shifts. Tasks become easier and productivity flows effortlessly. The clearer your desk, the clearer your thinking. Ready to experience the difference? Comment what you'll change in your space today. This is draining you. Negative self-talk is a silent thief, stealing your confidence and sabotaging your progress every single day. You might not even notice it, those quiet whispers saying, "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up." These thoughts aren't facts. They're habits formed over time, and every time you repeat them, you reinforce a story that holds you back from reaching your true potential. The first step? Catch yourself in the act. Pay close attention to the words you use about yourself. Would you say those things to a friend? If not, why say them to yourself? Next, challenge the negativity. When you catch a critical thought, ask, "Is this really true? What evidence do I have to support it?" Replace harsh words with encouragement, like, "I'm learning," or "I'm doing my best." Small shifts in language can create huge shifts in how you see yourself and your abilities. Your mind believes what you feed it. Cut the self-criticism and start fueling your dreams with belief and kindness. Tag someone who needs this wake-up call. Here's the truth about quitting your day job. Nobody else can decide when it's time for you to leave. Friends, family, and mentors may offer advice, but only you truly know what's right for your unique journey. Maybe you crave more freedom, more control over your time. Maybe your passion is calling louder than your paycheck ever could. Or maybe you've simply outgrown your current role and feel stuck in a place that no longer serves you. The signs are deeply personal and often subtle. Fear and uncertainty will always be there, but waiting for someone else to give you permission only keeps you stuck in place. You're the only one who can weigh your responsibilities, your dreams, and the risks involved. Don't expect a perfect moment or a clear signal from the universe. Clarity comes from action, not waiting. Ask yourself, are you staying out of comfort or out of purpose? Are you leaving because you're running away from something, or because you're moving towards something better? The answer is yours alone to decide. If you feel ready, trust yourself. If you choose you today, type. Don't let today be nothing. If you're feeling unmotivated to exercise, here's a powerful trick. Commit to just 1 minute of movement. That's it, 1 minute. Stand up and do jumping jacks, march in place, stretch your arms overhead, or do a quick set of squats. It doesn't have to be complicated or intense. The goal is to simply move your body. The magic happens when you realize that 1 minute is manageable, no matter how tired, busy, or uninspired you feel. That tiny action breaks the cycle of inertia and keeps your momentum alive. You might even find that once you get started, you'll want to keep going for another minute, or 5, or more. But even if you stop after 60 seconds, you've still succeeded. You've proven to yourself that you can show up even on the hardest days. These mini workouts aren't about burning massive calories or building muscle overnight. They're about building the habit of consistency and showing up for yourself daily. So, the next time you're tempted to skip your workout, remember, move for 1 minute. Keep the streak alive. Double tap if you hate 0 days. Imagine looking in the mirror 5 years from now. Would you be proud of the person staring back or haunted by the promises you broke? That's the power of the 5-year question. Instead of letting regret paralyze you, use it as fuel. Ask yourself, if I keep living this way, will I respect myself later? That honest question can shatter excuses and spark real change. Start small, wake up earlier, keep a promise, choose discipline over comfort. Over time, your reflection transforms. Today, make a promise to yourself. The future you is counting. Daniel was 24, broke, and stuck in a loop of endless scrolling. His dreams felt distant, buried under excuses. No money, fear of failing, waiting for a perfect time. One night, a voice echoed, "Your excuses won't build your future." That moment changed everything. Daniel decided to start small, waking up earlier, reading each day, sticking to a simple plan. 18 months later, he wasn't rich, but he was confident, free, and finally building his dream life. Progress always beats perfection. What's your first small step? Drop it in the comments. Want a powerful week? It all starts with your Monday morning. The habits you choose as soon as you wake up set the tone for the days ahead. When you rise early, move your body, shuyui, and set clear intentions, you build unstoppable momentum. Wait until midweek to get organized, and you're already playing catch-up. A strong start means you're leading the week, not reacting to it. Make your mornings intentional. Read, journal, or plan your priorities. The energy you create on Monday snowballs into everything you do. Drop a comment if you're starting strong today. Your whole life can pivot today. Imagine standing at a crossroads. On one side, the comfort of your current job. On the other, the unknown of starting your own business. It's terrifying, but also thrilling. One decision can rewrite your story. Most successful entrepreneurs didn't wait until they felt ready. They acted before certainty, trusting their vision more than their fears. Waiting kills dreams. The first step is the hardest, but it's also the most powerful. If you're making that choice, type yes. Your new career could start right.
A time traveler decided to host a dinner inviting Cleopatra, Einstein, and Shakespeare. Cleopatra showed up fashionably late. Einstein kept rearranging the silverware to explain relativity, and Shakespeare tried to turn the menu into a sonnet. The time traveler nervously served spaghetti, hoping for harmony. Suddenly, Cleopatra asked for ketchup. Shakespeare demanded a quill, and Einstein calculated the noodle's trajectory. The time traveler sighed, realizing, when you mix the past and present, you just get a recipe for disaster. And very confused, left over. I walked into the DMV confident and armed with every document known to mankind. Even my kindergarten report card, just in case. The line snaked around like a bored anaconda. After 3 hours, I finally reached the window. The clerk stared, unimpressed, and said, "You're missing the Form 14B." I blinked. "But I have 14A and 14C. She shrugged, handed me a number, and pointed to a mysterious door. Inside, I found a guy who'd grown a beard waiting. As I asked for 14B, he whispered, "No one's ever seen it. Legend says it's guarded by a DMV manager who only appears during a leap."
Forget motivation. Do this instead. Start small. When your alarm rings, resist the urge to hit snooze. Sit up, put your feet on the floor. Congratulations, you've already begun. The real power in creating a consistent morning routine isn't found in grand gestures or perfect plans. It's in stacking tiny, manageable actions day after day, building a foundation that grows stronger over time. Make your bed. Drink a glass of water. Open the curtains to let in natural light. These small actions alone won't change your life overnight, but they build momentum. Momentum is the silent force that carries you forward when motivation fades or disappears. Waiting to feel like it is exactly why you're still stuck in the same cycle. But when you take a single step, no matter how small, you set off a chain reaction. Small wins create progress, progress builds confidence, and confidence sparks motivation. Don't overthink your morning routine or wait for the perfect moment. Pick one small action, do it every day, and let that momentum carry you forward. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about showing up and moving forward. Comment your first step today. Ask yourself, is this helping my future? Apply this 5-word life check to your morning routine. When you reach for your phone, hit snooze or skip breakfast, pause and repeat those 5 words. If the answer is no, pivot to something that is, like stretching, journaling, or planning your day. The more you question your habits, the more intentional your mornings become. Growth starts with small, conscious choices. Save this and ask yourself daily. Each morning, let these 5 words guide you to better habits and a stronger, more focused start.
Have you ever wondered why there are statues, memorials, or big stone buildings in parks or city centers? Monuments are like giant storybooks made of stone or metal. Communities build them to remember important people, big events, or special ideas that have shaped their identity. When people see a monument, they recall the stories and lessons from the past. Monuments also help teach kids about what has happened before they were born. They inspire everyone to learn from history and carry forward the values or achievements that matter most to that community. Listen up, high achiever. You weren't born to tiptoe through life like a timid mouse at a cat convention. You were built to set the room on fire with your presence, to shake the foundations and make heads turn. Yet here you are, shrinking at the edges, letting others run the show while you rehearse your lines in the dark, afraid to claim what's rightfully yours. Enough. The world doesn't reward invisible warriors. It bows to those who dare to step into the spotlight, plant their flag and say, "This is my territory." Stop waiting for permission to be great. Stop apologizing for your ambition like it's a bad habit. You want to dominate? You want to leave a legacy that echoes long after you're gone? Then get loud. Get bold. Take up space like you own it, because you do. The next time you walk into a room, remember, nobody else has your fire, your story, your edge. Don't dilute your brilliance to make others comfortable. The world needs leaders who play full throttle, not wallflowers who blend in. Step up, own your spotlight, and make damn sure they remember your name. This is your moment. Grab it with both hands and never let go. Imagine waking up and gifting yourself a calm, focused mind before the world even stirs. Morning meditation is a powerful tool that transforms your first hour into a sanctuary of peace and clarity. Just 10 minutes of mindful breathing centers your thoughts, reduces stress, and sets the tone for the day. Instead of reaching for your phone, close your eyes, inhale deeply, and let your mind settle. This mindful start floods your brain with positivity and intention, making you more productive, creative, and resilient. How will you spend your first hour tomorrow? Picture this. Your alarm rings. You reach out and hit snooze, just for 5 more minutes. It feels like a harmless comfort, but this tiny decision sets the tone for your entire day. The snooze button isn't just a feature on your phone. It's a gateway to stagnation. Each time you hit it, you're choosing comfort over commitment, telling your brain that your goals can wait. But what if you flip the script? Challenge yourself to get up as soon as the alarm sounds. No hesitation, no negotiation. That first victory over comfort unlocks a domino effect. You're more alert, you have time for a mindful morning, and you start your day with purpose. The difference between a productive morning and a sluggish one often comes down to this one decision. Don't let comfort rob you of your potential. Stand up, shake off the urge to snooze, and step into the day you deserve. When you consistently choose action over ease, you build momentum that carries you through challenges. Double tap if you're ready to break free from comfort and claim your mornings for growth. Imagine mastering a new language by improving just 1% each day. It sounds simple, but those small, consistent gains add up fast. Instead of cramming vocabulary or grammar, focus on one tiny habit. like learning a new word, practicing a phrase, or listening to a short dialogue. Over time, these micro improvements compound, making you 37 times better in a year. The secret isn't in massive study sessions, but in steady, daily progress. Start today and let your 1% improvement become your superpower in language mastery. Multitasking feels like a superpower, but it actually drains your brain. When you juggle tasks, your mind constantly switches gears, leading to mistakes and lost time. Studies show that multitasking can lower productivity by up to 40%. Instead of doing more, you end up doing less, poorly. The real winners are those who focus on one thing at a time. Deep work leads to better results, less stress, and a stronger sense of accomplishment. Stop splitting your attention. Choose one priority and give it your... Ever wonder why some people seem to crush their goals before you've even had your first coffee? It's not luck. It's a morning mindset reset that sets the tone for everything that follows. Before the world wakes up, take a moment just for you. Start with sunlight. Open a window, let those warm rays hit your skin, and breathe in deeply to awaken your senses. Next, grab your coffee or tea, not as a crutch, but as a mindful ritual. Feel the warmth in your hands, savor the rich aroma, and let it ground you. Then, set your intention for the day. Ask yourself, what's one thing I want to feel, create, or accomplish before noon? Write it down clearly. This isn't about overwhelming to-do lists or multitasking. It's about focus and clarity. Protect your energy like it's your most valuable asset, because it truly is. If you give your best energy away to distractions, you'll find yourself bankrupt before lunch. So, block out noise, silence your notifications, and tune into your goals with unwavering attention. Your morning mindset isn't just a routine, it's your personal currency. Spend it wisely, invest in yourself, and watch your entire day transform. Drop a comment if you're protecting your energy today. Ever freeze up when facing a big goal? That's your brain's fear center, the amygdala sounding an alarm. It interprets failure as a threat, flooding you with anxiety and convincing you to avoid the risk. Instead of acting, you stall, replaying worst-case scenarios. Here's the hack. Reframe failure as feedback, not disaster. Take one small action toward your goal, no matter how minor. This signals safety to your brain and builds momentum. What's one step you can take today, even if it's tiny? Don't let fear decide your future. You're giving up before the magic happens. Science shows most people quit at just 40% of their actual limit. That plateau you hit? It isn't a wall. It's a signal that you're close to real growth. Your mind screams to stop, but your body and potential have so much more to give. Push past the discomfort, because the reward lives in the other 60%. This is where champions are made, where transformation begins. Next time you feel like stopping, remind yourself. Breakthroughs happen right after the urge to quit. Type, "I'll go further," if this is... Ready to transform your mornings? Stand tall and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then gently exhale for 4 seconds. Repeat this cycle 3 times. As you breathe, feel your mind settle and your body wake up. This simple breath work helps clear mental fog and sets your intention for the day. Once done, stretch or take a step forward. Your mind is now focused and ready. Save this routine for tomorrow morning and notice how your mindset shifts with just 2 minutes. I once had a job interview on the 42nd floor. As I stepped into the elevator, the CEO, a nervous intern, and a guy holding a pizza joined me. Suddenly, the elevator jolted and stopped. The CEO panicked, the intern started reciting motivational quotes, and the pizza guy offered slices for morale. I tried to impress, so I pitched myself loudly. By the time maintenance arrived, I'd convinced the CEO to hire me, the intern to quit motivational speaking, and the pizza guy to open a restaurant. Turns out the real test was surviving the ride. So a time traveler named Dave wanted to witness the greatest weddings in history, but his time machine glitched and kept landing him at the altar. Every century, different bride, same panicked Dave. In ancient Rome, he tried to say, "I come in peace," but accidentally recited the vows. In Victorian England, he sneezed, and the priest took it as, "I do." Finally, in modern times, as he tried to explain, the officiant smiled and said, "Congratulations, you're married to history." Dave muttered, "Does this mean I have to remember all the anniversaries?" Perfect timing is killing your dreams. You think you're waiting for the stars to align perfectly, but really, you're just stalling. The truth is, there's never a perfect time to start. Waiting for the right moment is just a clever disguise for fear. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. Here's the secret. Nobody is coming to give you permission or to tell you you're ready. You have to give that permission to yourself. The only difference between people who succeed and those who don't is that one group started messy, unprepared, and uncertain. They took the first step before they felt ready. So stop negotiating with your doubts. Stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow, next week, or when you feel more confident. The only way to build confidence is through action, not overthinking. Start messy. Adjust as you go. Every step you take brings clarity, momentum, and growth. If you hear me, say, "I'm starting." Look dead into the lens. Right now, commit to yourself. Today's your launch pad. Your dreams are waiting. Don't let procrastination steal another day from your life. Stop scrolling if you want better grades without burning out. Here's the secret. Set a timer for just 10 minutes and dive into your toughest subject. Why does it work? Because 10 minutes is easy to start, and starting is often the hardest part. Research shows that short daily study sessions help your brain retain information far better than marathon cramming sessions. When you study a little every day, your mind revisits topics more often, building stronger memory connections that last longer. Think about it. 10 minutes a day adds up to over an hour a week, without feeling overwhelming or exhausting. Even on your busiest days, you can spare just 10 minutes. The key is consistency. Over time, these short bursts boost your confidence, reduce anxiety, and make big assignments feel manageable instead of intimidating. Next time you feel lazy or overwhelmed, grab your phone, set a stopwatch, and just start. You'll be surprised how much you accomplish in just 10 minutes. Remember, 10 minutes is always better than 0. Save this video to remind yourself, progress compounds faster than perfection. AI isn't magic, it's just pattern copying. Imagine you want a computer to recognize a cat in a photo. You don't give it a definition like pointy ears, whiskers, tail. Instead, you feed it thousands or even millions of pictures. Some have cats, some don't. Each image is labeled cat or not cat. The AI scans every pixel, comparing millions of tiny details. It starts to notice that cats often have certain shapes, colors, and textures. Over time, the AI builds a complex set of rules. Not ones we'd easily understand, but patterns that consistently show up when there's a cat. When you upload a new photo, the AI checks it against these patterns. If enough match, it says, "That's a cat." It doesn't truly know what a cat is. It's just really good at spotting the clues it's seen before. That's why sometimes it mistakes a dog or a furry pillow for a cat. AI isn't inventing. It's remixing what it's seen, faster and more accurately than any human could. But show it something totally new, like a cat in a funny costume, and it might get confused. That's the secret. AI learns by example, not by understanding. Perfect timing is killing your dreams. You might think you're waiting for the stars to align perfectly, but deep down, you're actually waiting for someone to say you're finally ready. Here's the truth. Nobody's coming to give you that permission. The secret is, no one ever feels fully prepared. Not the people you admire, not the ones you think have it all figured out. They started when they were scared, uncertain, and far from perfect. The difference between you and them? They launched before they felt ready. They learned on the fly, adjusted as they went, and built momentum while everyone else was still stuck overthinking. If you keep waiting for everything to be flawless, you'll be trapped in the same place this time next year, or even longer. Progress is messy. Growth happens in the doing, not in the waiting. So start messy, make mistakes, tweak your approach as you go. You'll be shocked at how quickly you find your footing once you're actually moving forward. If you hear me, say it out loud. I'm starting.
Your friends are keeping you broke. Think about it. If everyone around you is comfortable just getting by, settling for average, or avoiding risk, you'll never feel the pressure to grow or improve. Your circle sets your standards, whether you realize it or not. If you want to increase your net worth, the first step is to audit your inner circle. Are your friends discussing investments, business ideas, and personal growth? Or are they stuck in repetitive routines, complaining about their jobs, and spending every weekend partying without purpose? When you upgrade your circle, you upgrade your mindset. Surround yourself with people who push you to be better, challenge you to think bigger, and inspire you to take action. Seek out those who are ahead of you financially, who read books, invest wisely, and constantly strive for more. Your environment shapes your habits, and your habits shape your destiny. So if you want to change your financial future, start by changing the company you keep. Tag someone who pushes you high. Imagine starting your day with total clarity. Instead of a never-ending to-do list, choose just 3 goals that will truly move you forward. Write them down as soon as you wake up. These aren't random tasks, they're your top priorities. When you focus on only 3, you channel your energy where it matters most and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Attack each goal with intensity. As you check them off, you'll feel accomplished and motivated to keep going. This one morning habit can shift your entire day. Comment your 3 for tomorrow. What if you could pause time with a single thought? Imagine the world around you frozen, while you move freely, untouched by the ticking clock. Would you use this power to finish tasks, avoid danger, or sneak a moment of peace? The implications are vast. Relationships might shift as you experience more than others. Morality blurs. Would you intervene or observe? Power could corrupt as consequences fade when time stands still. Yet, isolation grows as your reality splits from everyone else's. Would endless moments bring wisdom or loneliness? The answer isn't simple.
Listen up, wild ones. The world worships order, but it's chaos that forges legends. Stop scrubbing away your quirks to fit some bland mold. You're not a puzzle piece, you're dynamite. Light that fuse. When life serves you a mess, don't sweep it under the rug. Surf it like a maniac. Your so-called flaws are rocket fuel, not baggage. Own your madness, wear it like armor, and let it launch you where others fear to go. The universe doesn't reward the tame. It crowns the misfits who dare to dance in the storm. So, embrace your chaos and watch the world try to catch.
Ever notice how motivation shows up like a sugar rush? Exciting, sweet, but gone in minutes? That's because motivation depends entirely on mood, and moods are fleeting, unpredictable, and unreliable. Discipline, however, is like a muscle. It's built through consistent repetition, strengthened by daily routine, and it doesn't care how you feel in the moment. When your alarm rings before dawn or your energy crashes after a long day, motivation whispers excuses and reasons to quit. Discipline, on the other hand, drags you out of bed, gets your shoes on, and puts you in motion regardless of how you feel. It's the silent engine behind every achievement, powering you when inspiration is nowhere to be found. If you want results that last, stop waiting for the right mood or a burst of motivation. Instead, start building habits, set fixed routines, and show up even when you'd rather quit. Each act of discipline adds another layer of strength and resilience. Over time, you'll notice something powerful. The days you least want to work are often the days you grow the most. Save this for a low-energy day. Let it remind you that discipline, not motivation, is what truly turns dreams into reality.
Stop waiting for a spark. You are the spark. While others tiptoe through life, terrified of making noise, you were born to roar. Too many people let their drive flicker out at the first sign of resistance. But you turn obstacles into fuel. When the world tries to water you down, you turn up the heat until every excuse evaporates. This isn't about some feel-good inspiration. This is about grabbing the wheel and steering your life into uncharted territory with ruthless intent. Most people beg for comfort. You were built for the burn. Don't just wake up, erupt. Let your actions scorch a path so bright that others need sunglasses just to watch you work. The doubters, the naysayers, the ones who can't see your vision, leave them in the ashes. Forge ahead with relentless force. When exhaustion knocks, answer with another round. When fear whispers, laugh back. You're not here to fizzle out. You're here to blaze so fiercely that mediocrity can't survive in your shadow. Stoke your inner inferno, and never let it die. This is your time.
You've heard it 1,000 times. Wake up at 5 a.m. and you'll win the day. But here's the truth. Morning routines don't guarantee success. It's not about when you start, but what you do with your hours. You can rise at dawn, but without a plan. You're just awake, not ahead. Planning gives your day direction, purpose, and real momentum. Use your energy at your peak times and focus on meaningful tasks, not just ticking off boxes. Own your 24 hours with intention, and you'll see results, regardless of when your alarm rings. Agree or disagree? Let's talk. What if your biggest failures were actually your greatest assets? Every loss you experience is a progress marker, a sign that you dared to dream bigger and push your limits. When you fail, life hands you a personalized feedback form, showing what needs to change, where to grow, and how to get better. If you never stumble, you're not challenging yourself enough. Playing it safe might feel comfortable, but it keeps you small. So instead of hiding from your failures, celebrate them. They're proof you're moving forward. Comment, "I choose big risks" if you're with. Imagine if every day you made one tiny change, something so small it feels almost effortless. That's the secret behind micro habits. Instead of overhauling your entire routine, focus on adding a single manageable action: 1 glass of water in the morning, 5 minutes of reading, or 1 push-up. Over weeks and months, these small shifts add up, transforming your habits and eventually your results. Success isn't magic, it's simple math. Small actions, multiplied consistently, create massive change. Drop one habit you'll replace this week and start your transformation.
Let's get brutally honest. Your excuses are clever little liars dressed up as reasons. They whisper, "You're tired. You can start tomorrow. Just take it easy today." But here's the punchline. Tomorrow is a myth cooked up by your comfort zone to keep you stuck. If you want to dominate your inner debate, you have to become relentless, a force that refuses to back down. When that voice tells you to hit snooze, you get up and attack the day. When it says you're not ready, you show up anyway, fully armed with grit. Outlasting excuses isn't about superhuman strength. It's about refusing to negotiate with weakness or settle for less. Tenacity is the art of saying, "I don't care how I feel, I care what I want." You will face resistance. You will face doubt. You will want to quit. But if you can outlast the storm of excuses, you become unstoppable. Your potential isn't buried under a mountain of talent. It's trapped beneath layers of hesitation and fear. Dig through. Outwork your doubts. Outsmart your fears. Outlast your excuses. The only debate worth having is the one you win by refusing to quit. This is your moment. Dominate. Listen up, high achievers. This isn't a pep talk. It's a wake-up call. Inside you, there's a beast clawing to break free. A relentless force that laughs in the face of obstacles and chews up excuses for breakfast. The world doesn't care about your dreams unless you're willing to fight for them like a gladiator in the arena. Want to dominate your goals? Stop tiptoeing around your potential like it's a sleeping baby. Smash down the door. Get hungry. Get a little crazy. If your passion doesn't scare you, you're not dreaming big enough. When you hit a wall, don't whimper. Run through it. Leave a beast-shaped hole, and keep moving forward like a freight train with no brakes. High performers don't ask for permission. They take what's theirs with claws and teeth. Every setback is just fuel for your fire, a spark to ignite your next explosion. Relentless drive means showing up when you're tired, when you're doubted, when your comfort zone screams for you to quit. Winners don't listen to the noise. Winners roar louder. So, are you ready to unleash chaos on your goals, or are you just going to watch from the cheap seats? The beast inside you is waiting. Let it.
Listen up, champions. You think the world owes you a smooth ride? Newsflash. The universe hands out potholes like candy, and it's got a twisted sense of humor. But here's where legends are forged, right in the furnace of chaos. Every gut punch, every setback, every Monday morning that feels like a cement truck parked on your chest. That's your jet fuel. Most people whine, tap out, and binge-watch their dreams into oblivion. Not you. You're here to rip the steering wheel out of life's hands and drift through the fire like a maniac. When it gets tough, you don't run. You sharpen your teeth, flex your grit, and ask for seconds. You turn every obstacle into a springboard, every insult into another rep, every failure into a war drum pounding your march forward. You're not just built to endure, you're engineered to dominate. So when the world throws bricks, you build launch pads. When doors slam, you kick down walls with a grin. Make adversity your daily pre-workout. Let setbacks light you up like a bonfire that won't quit. Today is the day you stop cowering and start conquering. Get out there and make the universe remember your name, etched in fire and unbreakable.
Have you ever caught yourself staring out the window, lost in thought? That's daydreaming, and it happens when your mind takes a break from what's right in front of you. Instead of focusing on your homework or chores, your brain starts creating stories, solving problems, or imagining the future. It's like your mind's way of stretching its legs. Daydreaming can make you more creative and help you process emotions. So next time your thoughts wander, remember it's your brain's built-in way to relax, recharge, and even come up with new ideas.
Have you ever wondered why writing a to-do list makes you feel less stressed? Here's the secret. Our brains can only hold a few things in mind at once, like juggling balls. When you try to remember everything, your brain gets overwhelmed and anxious. Making a list is like putting those balls down, freeing up mental space. Now your brain can focus on one thing at a time, making it easier to plan and solve problems. Plus, crossing off each item gives your brain a little reward, which motivates you to keep going and finish what you started.
Listen up. Your inner doubt isn't a prison. It's the raw material for greatness. Every time that voice whispers you're not good enough, don't cower. Laugh in its face. Doubt is just untapped energy begging to be harnessed. Take every ounce of insecurity and inject it straight into your ambition. Make it your rocket fuel. Legends aren't born feeling invincible. They're forged in the fire of their own uncertainty. Stand tall, own your flaws, and use them as proof you're fearless enough to break limits. Your next level demands. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody gives a damn about your excuses. Excuses don't build empires, they build regrets. If you want to be a legend, you've got to grind louder than every whiny voice in your head. Outwork every doubter, every hater. Hell, outwork the toughest version of yourself you've ever imagined. While others are sleeping, you're plotting. While they're whining, you're grinding. Every day is a war, so show up armed with raw determination and an unbreakable work ethic. Make your grind too loud to be ignored. Stop touching your phone the second you wake up. Those first 5 seconds, they set your brain's mood for the entire day. When you immediately check notifications, you flood your mind with stress, distractions, and other people's priorities. Instead, sit up, breathe deeply, and speak one positive thing over yourself. This simple act is your mental ignition, priming your brain for focus and clarity. Try it tomorrow and tell me how it feels. Remember, those 5 seconds hold the power to shape your entire day. Protect your focus from the very start. Stop touching your phone the second you wake up. Those first 5 seconds, they set your brain's mood for the entire day. When you immediately check notifications, you flood your mind with stress, distractions, and other people's priorities. Instead, sit up, breathe deeply, and speak one positive thing over yourself. This simple act is your mental ignition, priming your brain for focus and clarity. Try it tomorrow and tell me how it feels. Remember, those 5 seconds hold the power to shape your entire day.
Stop hitting snooze. Every morning, you're faced with a choice. Chase your goals or chase a few more minutes of sleep. The snooze button might offer comfort, but it steals your momentum before your day even begins. Those extra 9 minutes don't recharge you. They rob you of energy, focus, and confidence. When you wake up and immediately choose to delay action, you're practicing procrastination before your feet even hit the floor. Your brain learns that it's okay to put things off, and that habit bleeds into the rest of your day, making it harder to stay productive and motivated. Imagine what you could accomplish if you reclaimed that time. Instead of dozing, you could meditate, stretch, read, or plan your day with intention. Winning your morning means winning your day. Success isn't about talent or luck, it's about discipline. And it starts with that first decision when your alarm rings. So tomorrow, when you reach for the snooze, remember, every minute you snooze is a minute you lose. Comment "No more excuses" if you're ready to take. You can be unrecognizable in 30 days. Here's a challenge. Start your mornings with a cold shower every day for the next month. The initial shock of cold water jolts you awake instantly, but that's only your mind. When you step into that cold shower, you're training yourself to do hard things on purpose, strengthening your willpower and discipline. After 30 days, you'll notice more than just increased energy and sharper focus. You'll develop a deeper trust in your ability to tackle challenges, both big and small. It's simple. One habit, every morning, no excuses. The only thing standing between you and a tougher, more disciplined version of yourself is a few seconds of discomfort. Start today. What's your one? No is a full sentence. When you say no, you're choosing to honor your own needs rather than stretching yourself thin for others. This simple act of self-respect sends a powerful message, not just to those around you, but to yourself. It tells the world, your time, energy, and peace